Okay, so this final project, I suppose depending on the order you're watching them, is this little treat box. And so this one I had just put in some trail mix, you know, kind of like the popcorn Cracker Jacks kind of thing to go with the song. But there's, oh, I had it here, I lost it. But a gift card would certainly fit inside. It's actually a pretty decent size for lots of things, chocolates or whatever. And then the bags are, they work out pretty good, I thought. So these are 3x9 plastic bags. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make the box. All right, so you have your pieces. I'll just save that bag for when I'm going to put some treats inside. So this is actually like my template. And a lot of times when I make boxes, I make templates and write on them and then save them. So then if I want to make it again, it's easy. I don't have to refigure it out. So there's two pieces to making the box. So there's like one piece that goes this way and then one piece that goes this way. Right, so they're going to kind of cross this way and then come up. So the larger of the pieces is 9 3/4 by 3 1/4. That's the bigger yellow. And then the smaller one is 2 1/4 by 7 1/4. And I did them different heights because I wanted you to kind of see the side of what was in the box. If you just wanted like a solid box, all one side, then you would make the lengths of both of them 9 3/4. Does that make sense? So then if you want them the same, this would be 2 1/4 by 9 3/4 instead of the 7 1/4. The 7 1/4 gives this little section here to kind of peekaboo through, and then the rest would be the same. All right, so we need some scissors on this one. And we're going to cut out some pieces. So this piece is fine, so we're going to leave that over side, and then this piece is going to end up looking like this one. So what we want to do, and everything is scored for you, I'm actually going to fold so I can see it a little bit better, but the score lines are here at 3 3/4 and at 6, and then you want to do like a 1/2 inch strip on either side. I'm just thinking that's why, hold on a second. Okay, I did make a note. Okay. I'm just going to improvise here. I had a note in my original marks are on the back side with a pencil, and I had extra score lines, and I couldn't remember why, but now it makes sense. But this is going to make sense too. You're going to line up your other piece with a right here. Right, so they could fold together. And I just want you to take a pencil or pen, it really doesn't matter. Something just to make a little mark. Here and here, and then here and here. Okay? Because that's going to help us cut. So we're just going to cut here and here. And if you fold it over, hold on a second, if you fold it over, then it makes it sense. You're just going to cut this piece off. So it looks like that. And we'll do the same thing on this side. So this side is just going to be a notch. We'll fold this over and then cut this out. And we're going to do the same thing on the top. So we're going to make a notch here. Fold that over, cut, and I'll put a picture of the template on so you can see. Fold that and cut. All right, so that is the top and the bottom, and then we need to cut out the middle. So we're just going to notch that. I'm going to fold that over. Folding it just makes it easier to cut. So it looks like that, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. A notch here. Okay, so then that looks like that. So that's what we want it to look like. that's just all trash. Okay, so then I'm just gonna flip it over because I want these folded tabs on the inside, and then that's gonna fold up, and so we're just gonna glue these two together like that. I'm just gonna put this underneath just in case I get some glue on my table. I'm actually gonna put the glue on the base. I think it's a little easier, and I'm gonna put this on top. And one way to make sure that you're lined up is if you fold this over, and you can kind of have that fold go with the edge mark, and you can flip that up just to make sure too. One way of making sure it's in the middle. Okay, so then these are just going to fold up. I find it easier if I have like the piece without the tabs here. I fold those in. So I have my two tabs showing like that, and then I put glue on my tabs. I think it's a little easier. Then I fold these over. And just kind of pinch it closed. This glue gives you a minute to move around, and then it's nice and strong shut. And you can even flip it over, kind of use your glue just to make sure it's down there. Just pushing it, double check, yep, I'm good. And the same thing, and then I will put glue here, here, and fold that shut. I find that's the easiest way of kind of putting it together. If you were making this box without these little slits on the side, so if you wanted it all the same, then you wouldn't have to worry about making that pencil mark. You would just kind of, this would just be up here. So it would be a longer part like that. All right, so that is the base of our box. And then you have two of like the baseball patterns. And so those are just gonna get glued right on top. Like that. In the catalog they made a box, I'll show it to you, and I couldn't quite figure out how they did it, so this is kind of what I came up with, my version of it. They also have, I love the samples that they did in here, so that's, I purposely didn't pick them to copy because I figured you can copy these. Now you have the stamp set, some of you have the dies, even like this piece you just cut, you can cut that out of the paper, but I like them. But they made this little popcorn box, so I'm not really sure how they did it, but this is my version. All right, I'll just glue the other side. There's another box I made, similar, putting it together like this one, but not exactly the same. I will share that link with you too. And you could, I think I did it as a Valentine box, but you could certainly convert it into the baseball paper. All right, so that is your box. And then I just decorated it. So I have these little, I just think the ticket stubs are fun. You can, you know, do like a movie theme. Doesn't even have to be baseball. You can do, I don't know, tickets to some sort of event, and have, if you, again, if you have kids, they can kind of play with the ticket stubs and do things. All right, this one I'll do You're Amazing. That one's Happy Father's Day. And I'll decide who to give this to later. And so I just kind of put these tickets, again, this is right from the dies. I just kind of will glue those down. Like that. And then I did, and you can decorate these however, but I was just kind of layering. Ooh, little sticky layering pieces. You're amazing, just so they're not exactly the, there you go. And then there you should have, I lost it, a little number 1. I'm going to put that so it goes right on top. You make these for table settings. There's all sorts of reasons why you can make little treat boxes. Okay, so let that dry for a second. But there you go. So that one's filled, and then I just used the twine just to tie whatever you're going to put in there to tie it closed. Okay, so those are your treat boxes. Again, I will put the dimensions up for you so you can copy them. All right, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your last video, I appreciate you again purchasing the class for all the baseball themed cards in the little treat box. And I hope that you enjoy putting them together, and I hope that you make lots and lots of more projects with this stamp set and all the papers and any of the cutouts. So thank you again. I'm Christine Josti from Mail Something Pretty. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.